Hello, good afternoon on this wet, bleak, miserable bank holiday Monday. That's the weather that's miserable. Apart from that, I'm having a good day. I got bored Friday, got home from work, and I came up to paint some soldiers, and I thought I could do with a break, but what could I do instead of painting soldiers? Well, as a lot of you know, I've been working on a medieval fantasy battle diorama. Downstairs, built a castle and some fortifications and all the rest of it, and then decided to move it. Took up too much of the dining room, and I'd made it too big. It wasn't enjoyable. I couldn't lean over it without damaging anything or anything like that. And I was going to put it in my shed and make my big shed as like my man cave with all my hobby and stuff in, but I decided not to. I decided to move that castle and the castle that was in the living room that I made a video on last year, one of my very first videos. Decided to move them both up into my toy room, which is where I do painting. Most people would call it an office. I just call it my toy room. And I've reassembled both castles up here, and I'm really happy with the outcome. I've got a bit of work left to do on it. I've got some painting to do and flocking, static grass, some resin to pour in the new river. Got to bring all the waterfalls and make all them and make them look good. Lots to do, but I'm enjoying it, which is the main thing. We'll have a look at it in a minute and we'll go through the castle and have a look at a few of its features. I have actually added some figures onto it already. I've put some 28mm Fireforge and Perry miniatures on their medieval figures to see what they look like. Because originally this was 1/7/2 scale. All the towers, Miniart towers, that basically I've just doubled up by Miniart castles and doubling the towers up. And that way you can get more 28mm figures in there and it looks more realistic. Not perfect, but for my own personal collection, it's great. The grandchildren are going to love it. And basically, this is what it's for, the grandchildren. They can just come up into my toy room and just play with the soldiers and the castle. And just like we used to when we were kids, instead of sitting there playing the PlayStation all day and not really learning anything about history or anything else. So, like I said, I'm happy with it. I'll take you through now various features of the castle and we'll have a look. And like I said, forgive me, it's not finished, but I just thought I'd make a little update video because some people had asked me what happened to the diorama downstairs. Well, now you'll see. So let's go through the castle and have a look. I've got to hit the pause button. No, that's not working, excuse me. Well, here it is then. Got some outlying land here, and we've got a ruined church. And this ruined church we're going to make into the graveyard. Put some headstones in there and some other stuff. Get rid of a few things like those wooden things that you tie your horses up to, etc, etc. So that will be the graveyard. And then we've got this outlying area here, where the enemy can be charging down to the river. We're going to have two bridges going across this river. There's one there and the other one will be further over towards the back there. And I've been able to use the docks from the previous diorama that was downstairs in the dining room. So that's good. And obviously we've reused this. Everything you see is reused from downstairs. We've just changed it about a little bit. So brilliant. And then where that sandy road meet the black and white polystyrene, just there, obviously that's going to be an entrance. So we've got to slope that and put a very good long gradient on that. So it's a very long slope, so you hardly notice it. And then we'll static grass and turf everything in there. Flock, I mean, not turf. Then we've got some battlements as you come along the main road. Got to repaint them, won't take me long. Lots of little bits where the plaster is chipped need repainting and replastering in places to fill the holes, but that's nothing, I can soon do that. Here you see the king, the standard bearer and the bishop all looking out across what we just looked at, the other side of the river. Another one of those Miniart towers that I just doubled up. And we've just got another fortification behind the tower. Just a good place to put some more men. I like building fortifications. I forgot to put some more shrub work around that, so you can't see any of these like joins. So it all looks like it's all blended in and nice and meant to be. And we're up into the highest fortification. Got some work to do in there. Got to straighten that building out. Whether I keep this building or put another tower in, I don't know. But that don't look right and it don't set right. So we'll have to do some work there. Got another 2 retinues in this little fortification, in this courtyard. So that's all good. Just got to put this gate post back in and sort that out. There's some paint work need doing there and a little bit of plastering, but we can soon do that. Ogre heads on spikes. Excuse me, the camera's shaking. I'm trying not to shake it. We're going to have a lot more of those heads on spikes. And here's the river that comes through the castle where we've got to build the waterfalls and make them all look good. And that drops behind that fortification. Then we've got this pool of water here. And that's going to flow another waterfall over and out there with a bridge going across there. More ogre heads on spikes. Another courtyard with another retinue. And there you can see where you go in to the other part of the castle, which is a entirely separate castle I built. Especially for the grandchildren, that one. And now I've added it onto this. And there's some work to do where the two meet. Got a lot of work to do there. You can see a lot of joins and a lot of holes, but we'll blend it all in. And that'll all look good. There's no men in this side yet, because I just haven't painted any. I've got them. I just need to get on with them. So that's basically it. Now what I want to do with this, I want to try and find a set of rules. If you want to comment in the comments and let me know of a set where you could use this castle in a war game where it's defend or attack a fortification, that would be great. Absolutely great. So that's basically what I've done since Friday. Haven't made the castle or painted it. I've just took 2 castles to pieces and brought them up and assembled them as one. Now I've got some work to do to make them all look like one. And then we'll do the outlying area. We'll fill that with warg riders, wolf riders, all kinds of stuff. Then I've got another big bit of castle to put on this end here when I move these figures. That's the Hussars and Scots Greys and my Viking mounted command, and some Normans I'm working on there. And then we'll add a keep onto the end there, and then we can make all these resin waterworks blend in, maybe build a moat. But there you go. That's what I've been doing since Friday. Haven't lifted a paintbrush. Today I will. I'm looking forward to painting. I'm going to start in a minute. I'm just going to have a cup of tea and then I'll crack on. Enjoy your bank holiday, everybody, and stay safe. Take care. And all my latest subscribers, thank you for subscribing, it's appreciated. And I hope you enjoy my videos. I will try to make them more often. That's just that everything getting back to normal, I'm getting more and more busy at work. But I won't let it get that busy that I can't paint my soldiers. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.